want to hear what's so funny? Despite all of the bad news that are going on in the media and everybody telling you can't sell houses, you can't sell houses, Joe Hill just told me a story about a house he sold twice. Joe, why don't you tell them the story?
Yeah, I just had a house, and I found a buyer. They put down the deposit, and then must have watched the news later that day or something, got scared and walked away. I sold the exact same house 3 days later to another buyer, so I kind of got paid twice on the same house.
You know, Joe, you should have kept that newspaper articles and keep handing it out to buyers over and over again after they turn in their deposits. You probably will never ever have to buy another house. You can just keep on making money on the same house. Well, Joe, tell everybody what you think about what the media is saying right now about today's market.
I think that the media right now is actually making the market better for investors because they're scaring people away. And besides, if the media didn't make you scared, you probably wouldn't watch the news the next day.
Exactly. And everybody, this is Joe Hill is one of my very successful students. Joe, how much you made on your last deal?
$35,000.
Wow. And the deal before that?
About $22,000.
And the deal before that?
About 23. In fact, I'm making more money this year than I've ever made in real estate, even in this market.
And why do you think so?
Because the deals are getting better.
Exactly.
The profit margins are going up on these deals.
Exactly. You see, the media is actually working in our favor right now. The media is scaring off all of the sellers right now, so the sellers are a whole lot more motivated to sell their houses, and they're willing to discount it a whole lot more. So this is the best time ever to get into today's market, to get into real estate investing. And Joe has proven it. I have proven it. Many of my students have proven it. We're at a bank right now. I need to run in and make a deposit on some of our properties right now. And when I come back out, I'm going to fire up my laptop and teach you exactly how you can sell any house in as little as 3 days on the internet. Welcome to one of the many videos from the Virtual Vesting Fortunes video series. How to find, flip, and make a fortune in real estate on the internet using virtual assistants. Today's topic is on how to sell any house in as little as 3 days on the internet, and how to use technology and virtual assistants to automate and have it all done for you. That's what I'm all about. Okay, so what's the big idea and how did I came about this big idea? You see, for a long time I've been using this strategy that I've learned from this book called How to Sell Any Home in 5 Days by Bill Efros, and you can buy the book from Amazon or Barnes & Noble, anywhere. When I first bought this book 6 years ago, when I first got started in real estate investing, I bought it for like $3 for a used book. Okay, so it's really, really inexpensive, and the strategies that they teach you in the book is a really good strategy. The strategy is how to do a round-robin bidding auction on your house, and that's how I sold my first rehab property, and there's a big story behind that. But since then I have used this strategy to sell many houses here in the Houston area, and what I have found out was that it was a lot of work, to put one of these auctions together. It was just way too much work to do it offline. Then I found out how people were auctioning houses on eBay. So I was like, wow, that's really interesting. So I looked into that and get a feel for how that worked. And eBay is a great place to auction any kind of things, whether it's properties or cars or just things around the house. But what I've found about eBay and real estate is that it costs a lot of money to auction off a property on eBay. And so, and then if your property doesn't sell, it's still going to cost you that money. And so that was the problem. The problem is I just felt that because of the volume I was doing, it wasn't scalable enough for me. And And I couldn't do it offline anymore because it's just way too much work, and then eBay cost a lot of money, and so that was the problem. And when I teach my students how to do it, it was a problem for them too. I mean, it was tough for them to find the time to do it offline, and it was tough for them to find the money to do it online using eBay because it costs money. And so I had to come up with the ultimate solution, okay? And so I had my programmer team to go to work and created a website called 3daybid.com, which is a brand new auction website for properties, for real estate. And what's cool about this website is that we're not charging any money. We create it for ourselves to use as well as for our students to use. And we didn't want to charge money like the way eBay charges money. And so it doesn't cost the seller any money to post the property, and it doesn't cost the buyer any money to buy the property. And the purpose of this online auction is to quickly sell any house in as little as 3 days by attracting as many buyers as we can to bid against each other, resulting in you getting the highest and best offer for your property. Okay, and the rule of the game is this, is that since it's a website, we want all of our buyers to bid on the property, and we want them to bid online. And they can call in to place their bid if they want, but we much prefer them to just bid online. Okay, and so we teach them how to, if they don't know how to sign up an account and log in, bid online, we have our virtual assistants to teach them that. And because it's a website, the bids are always open. Okay, it's just like on eBay. People can always see what the current bid is, what the status is, and they can always go to 3daybid.com to check up on that. Okay, let me show you real quick what one of the auction looks like. Okay, here's an auction that's going on right now. Okay, it's a fixer-upper handyman special. Okay, and she's asking $35,000 for this. Okay, and it's a property in St. Petersburg, Florida, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Here's just an example. She's saying it's $25,000 repairs. After repair value is $110. There's her contact information. Here's a closer up picture of the property. Let me see if I can move it over for you to see it a little bit here. Yeah, it looks like an abandoned property. Okay, so let me show you here what's going on here. Yeah, so the starting bid's only $25,000. She's doing a buy it now price for $35,000, and so you can bid on this and buy this thing for as little as 25 grand. Okay, for this property. And it's just one example of how you can use that. Okay, so now because this is a new website, the trick to making this website works really, really well, okay, is that you have to know how to market. Once the job of the website is this. The job of the website is to automate the process for you. Okay, the job of the website is is to automate the process so that way, whether you have a wholesale deal or a short sale deal, or a retail deal, lease option, contract for deed, owner financing, pretty much any type of exit strategy that you normally sell houses right now, the job of the website is to automate that process. So either you or your virtual assistant can then just post it on the website, okay, and the website automates the auctioning process for you. The trick that because it's a new website, to make the best out of it, what you need to do is you need to know how to attract as many buyers as you can on the internet and bring them to your auction page. Okay, and so to do that, what you want to do is you want to post classified ads on classified ads websites. And you also want to email to the housing real estate wanted classified section. Let me show you a little bit what I mean by all of these classified ads website. Okay, let me see if you can see this here. I'm going to move it down a little bit. So here are some here are some websites that you can use to post your ads. One of the websites that you can use to post your property ads that will submit to like 7 or 8 other websites is called postlets.com. Okay, it's a really easy website to use. It's free. I highly recommend you to go check that out. Another website that you can post it on is on Craigslist.com. Okay, so once you create your flyer, your ad on Postlets, you can then copy and paste that into Craigslist and into Backpage.com and Udo.com, BuyOwnerMLS.com, Hotpads, Zillow, the classified section of MySpace. I mean, there's tons of websites here that you can use. Okay, and so just watch this video over and over again, and if you can't write this down fast enough, and post to all of these different websites. Okay, on this database here, we have over, let me get a count here, over 214 classified ads websites on this database. So in our case, what our virtual assistants do is they take our property, they put it on 3daybid.com, and then go and submit it to all of these classified ads websites out there, and then bring the traffic back to us. Bring the traffic back for people to auction on our property. Here's what you want to say in your ad. This is really important. You want to tell all of your buyers, okay, that and you can set the criteria. You can put how you can do a 1-day auction, or a 2-day, or 3-day, or 7 days, or 30 days. It's up to you. I personally like to do a 3-day auction. It's long enough to attract a lot of buyers to see it, and it's short enough for them to take action now. And so in your ad, you want to always tell them, make sure you go and make an offer on the house today, because if you call me 3 days later, or if you email me 3 days later, this house will be sold. And so you want to build that urgency. You want to let them know, this is a really good deal. You're only selling it for 3 days. And if it happens that you don't sell in 3 days, it's no big deal. Run the auction again. Okay, run the auction again. Post it to more websites. And because this is all on the internet, it's really, really easy to do. And like I said, I mean, you can have a virtual assistant overseas, for $5 an hour or less, to do this for you. So you don't have to do it. I mean, I certainly don't do this myself. It would be crazy, right? Okay. You can also find software that will automate some of this for you. If you go on Google and search for Craigslist poster, for example, that's you'll find many Craigslist auto posters or classified ads auto posters, and you find many software that you can buy and use that will automatically post your ads to websites like Craigslist and Backpage for you. Okay, so now that you know how to find these buyers and get them all to come back and buy property, auction on your property. Once you find a winning bidder, what you need to do to get paid is you need to contact this winning bidder after the auction, get it under contract, and collect your earnest money. Okay, if the buyer's out of town, then use fax or wire transfer. Once you get your contract back, you then submit it to a title company and proceed just like any normal transaction. Okay, and like any normal transaction that you do offline. Okay, that was simple and easy to be able to sell any house in as little as 3 days on the internet. All we needed was the technology to automate the process and to build urgency and to broadcast out to as many websites as we can on the internet and having virtual assistants to do all of the work for us so we don't have to do it. Here's an incredible story from one of my students.
Hello, my name is Travis Peterson. I'm at Tim My Seminars, just getting over. I bought over 100 properties. I'm a professional real estate investor, and I came to get a couple of strategies. Tim gave me one strategy that he gave to everybody else here. And in 2 days, I have sold 14 properties, netting over $75,000 wholesale to other people that I don't have to do anything. So Tim's strategies work, and they work right now.
If you like this video, then I guarantee you'll like the next video, because the next video will teach you how to instantly flood your inbox with more seller leads on the internet than you can handle using virtual assistants. And so I'm excited, and I look forward to teaching you on the next video. For now, go ahead and enter your name and email address on the form to the right. When you do that, you're helping me raise awareness for the Fuller Center, and I'm going to be donating $1 on your behalf when you sign up to the form on the right. And I'm doing that for everybody who signs up. And so make sure you refer your friends to watch this video and to sign up as well. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.